Shalom. First thing and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Rakakadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone and rule well. Blessings and salutation to the hopeful elect. Noise in his gospel, bro. I lift up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is a quick lesson through the Spirit. Lord's will to be edifying. Titled The Juice War. I'm going to speak in code. And this is titled basically another word, the reason to hate to hate the so-called white man is you got a group of Israelites out here that's talking about you're not supposed to hate the so-called white man, which they're completely off. But see, that's what happens when you take a purse, or when you take a bag from the devil. You know, you come up with idiocracy like that, man. Okay, well, we ain't supposed to hate Esau. We got jobs from him. Well, no, because he's paying your tab. That's why you come up with that sentiment. But for us, we don't have no handle. Esau has no control or no control over us to the point that, you know, we can't speak out against him. But you other groups, because you took his 501c3, you're able to, you have to water down your doctrine. And there's going to be severe consequences from that because the Lord said those that consented to them should be had in derision. So you lose either way, whether you consent to them or not. You're still screwed on the back end of that. Okay, but this is called The Juice War. Now, this is a movie that's going to be released next week, as I was looking at the AMC app, because I'm actually like a movie buff. I love movies, and it's like actually I'm like 3 movies behind, actually 4, because I actually want to go check out this Gran Turismo movie. Looks pretty promising, you know, based on the video game, but that's neither here nor there. But this movie is called The Juice War, which opens September 28th, which is I think it's next Thursday, next Friday, if I'm not mistaken. You know, and it's actually a Hindi language film, meaning that it's going to be in Hindu, so to speak, with English subtitles. So it's not going to be brought about in English. Okay, they don't have an English dub to it, but yet you have to go and read the subtitles. Okay, which, you know, I've seen movies like that. Like when I was a child, younger, you know, I went to see Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and, you know, The Iron Monkey. All those was in particular in their particular language of Cantonese, but they had English subtitles, you know. And sometimes movies are a lot better in their natural habitat, so to speak, because it leaves what they're saying up to the imaginations, and really it increases your comprehension level, because you're able to not only hear foreign dialect, but you're able to read the words, and you're able to put a message to what they're really saying in a different language, which is, you know, it's quite clever in my opinion. Certain people don't like movies with subtitles, but I don't really mind them so much because you're actually learning while you're watching the movie. Okay, but it says The Juice War is an upcoming Indian Hindi language medical thriller film directed by Vivev Angie Hortry and produced by Paveli Joshi. It is based on a true story of the development of the of the during the pandemic in India. Okay, so when I went to the Wikipedia here, I didn't really give too much information, and I'm assuming that this movie is going to expose what really went down to some degree, because we know that now Esau was pretty much divesting in deception. Okay, he's really letting things go through the media and through the Hollywood now, and it's ultimately the Spirit of the Lord that's putting the spirit on these devils to expose themselves. Okay, like one prime example of a movie that got everybody on edge right now is called The Book of Clarence. Okay, you got them smut buckets, them dogs, all right, by the biblical name of Amalekites, which are Edomites. Okay, you're not Israelites, but these low dogs, and I'm gonna call them that because that's exactly what they are—a bunch of dogs, man. You Amalekites, and I say it that way. Well, basically, they're pissed off because the film is actually depicting who the true people of Jerusalem really is, which is the Negroes, man. Okay, Latinos and Native Americans, predominantly at that time. Yahweh Shai, when he walked the earth, you had the Southern Kingdom, the Jews, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, which is predominantly the Negroid races. Okay, so-called African Americans, so-called Haitians, so-called Jamaicans, or West Indies, which wasn't called that at that time because we haven't made it to this side of the world. Okay, we was being called by biblical names. Okay, they really it was calling us Jews, which is really a form of degradation or derogatory, so to speak. You know, so they were just calling us the Jews. You know what I'm saying? They didn't call you, oh, well, hey, there go Benjamin. I mean, the tribes knew, but The Romans, they lumped us all together and call us Jews. You know what I'm saying? Because the house of Judah is basically the Negroid races. Okay? But anyway, outside of that, this movie may expose some things. I'm not too sure. I'm not sure if they're going to promote Esau's juice, but who knows, man? Because, you know, they're talking about a new one coming up and they have this one already pre-authorized for next month, which is kind of weird in my opinion. How would they know if they wasn't concocting this shit? But overall, movies have been getting through and have been exposing Esau. Like you got a movie called Painkillers, which is on Netflix, which is a movie based on the Sacklers, man, and you can look them up. Okay, basically the Malachite family that had immunity from pushing drugs and poisons on people. Okay, and today this is why you have people that's all strung out on opiates and so forth. You know, but yet they send what $2 billion to the countries and create some Narcan supply just to cover their tracks, but yet they're still selling the poison. How how productive is that, man? You know, that's why this man got to pay. And then you got Israelites out there saying we're not supposed to hate this guy. Well, you're crazy as hell if you think we're not supposed to hate this devil, man, because Esau's the devil. Okay, look at the type of effect that slavery has on our people. Okay, because of slavery and because of the socializing, or what they call a socialization or something like that, a social programming, you have people like Megan Thee Stallion. You have people like Sexy Red. Okay, you have what's this other chick, man, hopping out at the red lights, twerking on headlights. You have wickedness like that among our nation because of the simple fact of Esau Edom's predictive programming and his social engineering. That's what it meant. But yeah, you got, and these are the same people that these clowns are trying to save out here. Sister, you know you can't be out there doing that. But yeah, you tell her that, but yeah, at the same time, you're not giving her the reason, or you're not telling her where the stem of her trauma comes from, man. Okay? You're not telling the people that, you're not telling the women that the reason why they have promiscuous spirits is because in slavery, Esau Edom had our women walking around naked, having their breasts out, having their asses out. You're not telling them these things. And when you do tell these things, you tell her, but no, we're not supposed to hate them. King David said, I hate them with perfect hatred. I count them as my enemies. So whoever my father hates, I'm going to hate, man. That's just common sense. But you guys, you sold out. Okay, like if your father naturally has an enemy, and he tell you straightforward he's warning you with this dude, and you seen some of the wicked stuff he's done to your pops, you mean to tell me that you're not going to hate this guy? You know what I'm saying? Even if he come to give you a popsicle, or he may be Santa Claus or whoever you think, you're supposed to still hate the so-called white man with a perfect hatred because it's actually righteous to hate him. Read Romans 9 and 13. That's why you camps that got the 501c3, that's why when you fall, hey, it's going to be beautiful when you fall. When Esau, when he shows his horns on you, Nate, Johanna, and all you other groups out there that took that purse, oh man, you're going to find out what hate really is when this man put that gray wrath on you. Because just because you kissing ass to Esau doesn't mean he's not giving you a pass in Jacob's trouble. Okay, we see it happen all the time. Esau uses people for his agenda, and then he disposes of you. I'm gonna tell you people like that right now. Nate, he's gonna give a lot of you guys in this congregation that ain't playing ball, he's gonna give a lot of you up to these people. Okay, but hey, it says this film honors the commitment of the scientific and medical communities during the tumultuous, you know what, such and such. Now, saying that kind of makes me skeptical, making me think that they're gonna promote the Jews. But then again, I'm sure that you're gonna have people that's gonna oppose it. Okay, because it looks like you have physicians in here, and then you look like you may have common folks. Then you're going to have people that's pretty much not against it, but we have to wait and see. But even so, if this movie is promoting the pushing of juice, then that shows you another reason not only to hate this man, but to want him to get out of power. Because this is your immediate future. Okay, they tell you that cows poop too much. Dogs, they bark too loud, you know what I'm saying? They're causing the earth to overheat, you know what I'm saying? Because they passing gas and all this other stuff. Carbon emissions, you're being taxed for carbon. You know, the very air you breathe is going to be a tax to that. You know what I'm saying? And basically, you have to be taken care of through artificial means. Okay? Meaning we got to take away real cows. We have to take away bison. Got to take away chicken and just replace it with factory-grown lab meat. You know what I'm saying? And cancerous meat. And see how long you fare with that. And this is the world that we're entering into. This is the people that we have over us, man. You know what I'm saying? I never met a group of people that wanted to inflict pain on people just because. Okay, so I got several precepts to go into, but two comes to mind right now. This is the book of Job 13, and I'm going to start at verses 4. It says, ye are all forgers of lies. Ye are all physicians of no value, okay? Now, when you go into the word D-O-C-T-O-R, it really means to falsify, okay? It's not a physician. Physicians and D-O-C-T-O-Rs are two different things, all right? Two different things. They're not physicians, so to speak. Okay, a physician is a person that deals with herbs and they heal illnesses. Okay, they heal and cure the body or treat the body. That's what they are. Not a person that wants to concoct some madness and put it in you and continue for you to come back, and before you know it, you have 50 other different particular things going on in your body. Okay, that's falsifying, man. You know, first thing you do when your body is out of whack, oh, well, let's cut it out. Let's cut it out and let's see what's this and this and that. Like, you always want to dissect some shit, man. Like in biology class, you had to dissect a frog. What the hell was that all about? To see how the inside of a frog. What the fuck does it matter how the inside of a damn frog works? You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to dissect, you want to push harm on people, man. You know? That's just total madness at the end of the day. It's madness and it's stupid and it needs to be done away with. You know? Now you go to the store, you buy a bag of apples, you don't have seeds in them no more. You know what I'm saying? You don't have nothing. It's literally like a hollow apple. You know? It's madness, man. We got to get out of here. Okay? It says, you're all forgers of lie, you're all physicians of no value. Okay? And you devils, you have no value. Okay? You've weighed wickedness in the earth. You've weighed the violence of your hands in the earth. And, hey, man, it's time for the Most High to take you down, man. This is why, hey, this crash, this coming collapse, when it hit, it's going to hit hard. Because Esau, Edom, he thinks he's going to get this new world order. The Most High is getting ready to upset this whole ordeal. This whole, from now up until whenever Yahushua decides to return to this earth, it's going to be a fucking shit show, man. Because, I mean, they literally are going to go for the kill. Okay, this new world order that they're doing is not going to be successful by any means. Yeah, they're going to get their trinkets here and there. They're going to push their agendas on people. But they're going to get so much resistance to the point it's like running through a minefield without being blown up. This man is literally running head first through a minefield. Because he's going to get so much resistance. And yeah, he's going to get majority of the people to comply with his program, but not without resistance, man. And when he rolls on the elect, that's it. The Lord is going to raise up a standard. So really, brothers, we ain't got nothing to worry about. We just got to sit back and chill and watch. Okay? Job 15, and I'm going to start at verses, let's start at verses, 25. Matter of fact, it started verses 24, going to the point I was making. It says, Job 15 and 24. It says, trouble and anguish should make him afraid, and they should prevail against him as a king ready to the battle, right? Because that resistance he's going to get, okay, people are not going to bow down to this new world order. People are just not going to deal with it, okay? You have a group of people now, they're pissed, and they're ready to go to war with this government. You know what I'm saying? And this is why you have a foreign military right before our eyes, man. Okay, not refugees, but migrants from the Ukraine. You know what I'm saying? I have an excellent testimony, you know, that I want to give. Probably not when the spirit hops on me, I will actually give it. You know what I'm saying? But I have insight as to sleeper cells actually being awoken here, right here in the state of Kansas. In Kansas. I'm not in Kansas, but in the state of Kansas and Missouri, because if they are awoken in Kansas, they are awoken California, Chicago, New York, Missouri. You know what I'm saying? And I got information and word that sleeper cells are being activated. You know what I'm saying? And we know that. This is the reason why you see these migrants actually being bussed and flown into the country. They're being flown and being bussed into different stations, and they're literally living among us. Okay, because Esau Edom knows that the American military is not going to be on board with this whole takeover plan. That's the reason why the scriptures say that I should remove far from thee the northern army, because the fact that a lot of these soldiers are not going to play ball, a lot of them are going to go AWOL and join these militias among the people, and then majority of them going to get shipped off to the Middle East and fight that war. Okay, so therefore he already has a military that he's building right in America, man, in the form of some of these migrants, a lot of them from the Ukraine as well, young men, you know, and they're going to bust you jakes right up, bro. Straight up, they're going to bust you jakes up, and they're going to bust you women right up, man. And all that tough talk that you jakes be doing and all that shit that you women talk, You know, all that proud, independent shit. We gonna see how independent and proud you are when one of these sleeper cells get a hold of you, man, and he put your ass in the walls of Jericho, man, and break your goddamn neck or break your goddamn back. You know what I'm saying? He gonna break your back physically, literally, and literally and literally. He gonna bend you over. He gonna pop you against your will. Then he may just put a bullet in the back of your head. Okay, that's how bad it's gonna get out here. It's not gonna be no mercy. The slogan of the NWO is no mercy. So if you ain't got Yahweh Bashim and Hawashai on your side, then you're pretty much screwed. Okay, and I say it that way. You are screwed, and there ain't nothing nobody can do to get your ass out of that jam. So the time to get right is now. All right. But anyway, it says, for he stretched out his hand against Yahweh and strengthened himself against the Almighty. And he's doing that by setting up this artificial kingdom. Okay, this kingdom based on AI. You know what I'm saying? He would rather have a robot to cook your damn food before he allows an actual butcher to give you quality meats to keep you healthy. He'll rather grow the shit in a lab. You know what I'm saying? Lab grown meats, embryos and cells and fetuses and so forth. He'd rather put that in you before, you know, he allows a bison to be cut up and served fresh to keep you healthy. Talking about, well, we need to save the earth. Well, you're destroying it through all this artificial means, man. You know? And it says here, he runneth upon him even on his neck, upon the thick bosses of his bucklers, because he covered his face with fatness, which, you know, all this substance he has, and make it collops of fat of his flanks. And he dwelleth in desolate places and in houses which no man inhabit, which are ready to become heaps. And he shall not be rich, neither shall his substance continue, neither shall he prolong the perfection thereof upon the earth, right? Because he's not going to be in rulership too much longer. Okay, Esau Edom is going down, brothers. Okay, we just got to be patient and pace ourselves, man. You know, the Lord is never late. He's always on time. You know, a lot of times, you know, we get desperate, you get antsy because you may not be feeling well. You're hasting for healing because you ready to get out of these bodies, because the back of your mind, you're like, look, if the Lord don't come, I might not make it out of this motherfucker alive, man. My biggest anxiety is I want to be alive to see this place fall, and I want to make it up to the ships, man. You know what I'm saying? That's my biggest anxiety. Like, damn, man, I need to see this thing fall. I need to see this. Like, I want to see the ships. I want to be part of the salvation, man. And sometimes the way you feel it in your mind and your body, man, when you're going through your day, sometimes that's like a long far off. It's like, how the hell I'm going to make it that far? But you just got to trust in the Lord, man. Okay? And it says here, he should not depart out of darkness, and the flame should dry up his branches, the missiles, and by the breath of his mouth shall he go away. But let him not that is deceived trust in vanity, for vanity should be his recompense, right? Because like I said, this whole artificial means, this nonsense right here, this is all vanity, and this is witchcraft, man. Okay, the juice war. Like, what kind of person in their right goddamn mind wants to put this on people? Like, who the fuck wants to do that? But you got to understand, this is Esau's purpose. He was created for this very purpose. So it ain't like we can complain about it, but through the spirit, it's like, well, what's to really complain about? Because if he wasn't doing this, then we will still be on him. You can't expect a righteous rulership from a wicked person, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of times we get caught up in that. You know, we get so pissed off at Esau, which we should be, because it's righteous. You should be mad. But when you think about it on a spiritual level, it's like, well, this is the devil we're talking about. I mean, what do you expect? What do you expect? You expect for this man to rule righteously? You expect for him to rule in your favor? No. He was not created for that purpose. He was created to be the wicked. That's what he was created for. And when you put your mind around that, you're able to fare better with it, because don't shit Esau do surprise me. Okay, like when he give a nigga 350 years for running a red light, you know what I'm saying? And crashing into a city light and crashing into a city pole or something like that. When he give a nigga 300 years for that, it don't surprise me, because it's like, okay, well, this is the devil. You know what I'm saying? This is Jake, this is Esau. Like, what do we expect? You drop in your mouth, oh my God, we give these people too much credit. You give them too much humanity, man, okay? And they're not humane by any means necessary. Okay, Esau is a natural born fucking killer. He's a natural born murderer. Any moment when the Most High switches that devil gene on, the friendliest neighborhood Edomite, Mr. Rogers, could become goddamn Freddy Krueger or Jason Voorhees or something like that. Just that quick, because they all have the devil gene in them. Like my boy Kaz from Tekken. You know what I'm saying? He was born with that devil gene. Even though Kaz was just a wicked ass Jake. He was Japanese, but he was definitely a Jake. But he was just born with a wicked spirit, man. Because for one thing, his mother had that devil gene in her, and she passed it on down to him. find out that Heihachi the whole time was actually the good guy. You know, even though Heihachi was corrupt, but Heihachi was really trying to save his son at the end of the day. He was trying to kill Kaz because he saw the wickedness in his ass. That's why he threw him off the cliff and he threw him in a volcano, and the nigga still survived the shit. And that's how you knew you were like, okay, we got a problem now. This man just got thrown in a whole volcano and he still came back. He's stronger than what he died from, you know. But that's the point, man. We're dealing with the wicked demon, you know. And it says here, he should not depart out of darkness, and the flame should dry up his branches, and by the breath of his mouth should he go away. It says, let him not that is deceived trust in vanity, for vanity should be his recompense, and it should be accomplished before his time, and his branch should not be green. And he should shake, it says he should shake off his unripe grape as the vine, and should cast off his flower as the olive. For the congregation of the hypocrites should be desolate, and fire should consume the tabernacles of the bribery, and they that conceive mischief bring forth vanity, and that belly prepare deceit, man. All right. So I got a couple more precepts, but I think I'm going to end it here. It's safe to say, giving all praises and glory and honor as due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakapadash. And with that, Shalom and a Baba Ball. Shalom.